I bet you've always wondered what it would be like to be shrunk. At only a few inches tall, the whole world would be an obstacle course. There's just no way to get around without it being a chore. Mix in one confused teenager who is regular sized and you've got a problem. A really big problem. That problem in question is me. This is about last Tuesday. I had no clue that one of Mom's shrunken people had gotten out of her room. Sure enough, they were trying to escape from the house. Because that's what tiny people do. They're relatively safe indoors, and they decide, hey, why not? I'll go die outside. So some of you will love this fact, I was completely unaware the whole time. It was only after watching our door's security camera that I even saw what had happened. Because after all, otherwise I wouldn't be relaying this story to you. I'd just be like, hey YouTube, I squished a shrunken person, thanks bye. I just got home from school. First year at college, all that fun stuff. I put my backpack in the dining room and walked down the main hall. Of course, this is where our tiny man is. He somehow made it all the way down the stairs. On his way to the door, however, I'd arrived home. Bad luck for him, since I didn't see him at all. Kicking off my shoes, I took off my socks at the door. I love being barefoot and I wasn't going to wait till I got to my room. My feet were so warm I was leaving footprints on the hardwood floor. Padding forward, step after step, I can't imagine what he must have felt. This colossus of a woman was walking towards him. Step after step I was getting closer, my feet looming ever near. I'm sure to him the absolute panic made the whole thing feel like it was in slow motion. I can't even imagine the sight without feeling horror myself. Each footstep would press down against the floor, my soul flattening out as each foot took the pressure of my weight. My toes landing as I prepared for my next step forward. Like I said, I was completely unaware of this guy. This isn't the first time this has happened either. I step on them all the time. They either get out of my room or my mom's and end up underfoot. It's not just that either. I've found myself sitting on the couch, eating cereal and watching TV, and then I notice my mom smiling at me. I get scared, look down into my bowl, and realize there are two tiny people crying in the milk. Clearly, I'd already eaten one of their friends without even noticing it. I get asked about this a lot. People always want to know if I've stepped on someone unaware. I have to admit that it happens all the time. We don't really care for the shrunken people in our home, so they get out often. Honestly, I'm not even sure where some of them come from. It's sort of a mystery, but it makes for a good time when I'm bored on a Saturday afternoon. This tiny guy was frozen because that's what they do. A gigantic woman is walking towards them, so they stay still. I've never understood the logic in that. The ones who run make more sense to me. My feet continue their path, pounding against the floor, one loud slap after another. Then, I get close to him, close enough that he is looking up at my towering body. This is it. Either he runs, or I'm going to crush him. Of course you already know he didn't run. Instead he stares, like he can't comprehend what comes next, so he has to observe it closely. My face, high above, is looking forward. I just got home and I'm certainly not thinking about shrunken people. I'm eager to get a snack out of the fridge and go relax in my room. From his perspective, he's staring up at the huge sole of my foot now, each intricate detail hovering above his little world. My toes briefly wiggle as I prepare to step down, sending a cascade of wrinkles along the bottom of my foot. That soft, warm sole is going to be his doom. Just a moment longer and plap, it's going to land on top of him and he'll be gone. Because at their size, all that pressure instantly squashes them. He isn't running. My next step lands and he's instantly wrapped in the plush bottom of my foot. For a brief moment, he's trapped under that warm embrace. Nowhere to go, barely any light getting in, and so much pressure about to be applied. That's it. I step forward and I hear a crunch. You can see the moment on the camera when I stop dead in my tracks and check the bottom of my foot. I raise it up, showing the squashed guy on the sole of my foot to the camera. Looking down over my shoulder, you can see how frustrated I am as I hop off to the bathroom. Listen, I get that it sucks that I noticed him. Some of you think it's better when I don't. But I assure you, that's happened enough too. While being barefoot it's a bit harder, but both me and Mom have noticed smears on our feet some days. Now with shoes on, it's easier to stay unaware. Wearing sneakers, the tiny people we step on usually go unnoticed. Even beneath a pair of sandals, as long as the soles are thick enough, it's easy to not feel someone squish. So there you have it. A story, thing, whatever. I hope you enjoyed this tale, and if you did, I hope you'll leave me a like. Of course too, subscribe to make sure you don't miss any of my awesome content. This has been Rebecca, and all of you are awesome, no matter what size you are.